So as we get closer and closer to having a felon in the Oval Office, I'd like us to consider shifting our talking points away from the disparaging of felonies and onto felons' rights. And I know, like, but what he did was bad. Okay, but hear me out. First, I think it feeds into this persecution fetish that a lot of evangelicals or people who claim to be Christian have, right? You hear women like Laura Loomer talk about how she's the most canceled woman on earth in a sort of bragging way. When I was growing up in evangelical spaces, they would say things like, the world is gonna hate you and attack you because the world hated Jesus. They live for that shit. They are perpetual martyrs. It is a fetish. It's weird. I know that we are taught to associate criminals with bad, and arguably what Trump has done is bad. But the reality is that not all criminals are bad people, and not everything that is classified as a crime actually causes harm. But as we have discussed before, a society wherein felons do not have fundamental civil rights, such as the right to vote, is a society where the government has incentive to criminalize behavior from any demographic they do not want voting. So, throughout the last almost 50 years, as the war on drugs has coincided with federal agencies pumping various drugs into their communities, specifically into certain cities, the number of incarcerated people in the United States has skyrocketed. So when you look at it for any length of time, it becomes pretty clear that criminals have just become the United States' new free labor source, all of which is perfectly legal according to the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery with one exception, as punishment for a crime. So as we have a felon enter the Oval Office, we have a pretty unique opportunity to bring these issues to mainstream discussion, right? So we can choose to say, instead of, well, he's a felon, he should be in jail, not the White House, we can say things like, if a felon can work in the White House, and if incarcerated people can work at various stores and restaurants while they are incarcerated, when they get out of jail, they should be able to work anywhere. If incarcerated people are going to be used to fight fires in California, those same people should be able to get EMT certified and become firefighters when they are released as well. We can say things like, if a felon is serving as commander-in-chief, all felons should be able to vote in the United States. Every single one. They serve their time. They should be able to vote as soon as they get out.